What's up, everybody? I'm going to do another review on a Jitsu BJJ gi. This is a shoyoroll brand. This is, I guess, a clear skies model. It's white and has a kind of a Carolina or a Kentucky blue coloring on it. Go ahead and talk about the bag. It's a pretty decent quality looking bag. The material, I'm not sure how to explain what the material is, but the print is part of the bag. And it has a little Velcro enclosure. So, actually putting the gi in the bag is a little weird. But this thing, you know, if you filled it with some clothes, might make us a pillow or something. But anyway, that's the bag. The gi itself is it's a pearl weave. And I'm 5'9", 145 pounds, 32-inch waist, A-1. I'm going to try this on so you guys can see, but this fits. I'll actually be able to kind of have this shrink a little, I think. And I had a previous review on a shoyoroll, and I sold that one and got this one. One thing to notice right out of the bag, I just opened it up, is just some wrinkles in the collar. Not that that makes a difference, I'm just kind of looking here. One thing too, if I can zoom in, the stitching, like you'll see, it kind of gets wonky right there. Some weird looking stitching. And as I look over it, first of all, the patching, the coloring is really cool. Let's look at this patch. And I'm going to be taking this patch off if I decide to keep the gi. And it's like a Kentucky or a Carolina blue. It's a really cool color. There's no contrast stitching in the sleeve cuffs. I kind of talked about the last gi. I wasn't wild about certain parts of contrast stitching, but I actually think some blue contrast stitching would have looked really good there. I might actually, like I say, if I keep the gi and want to roll in it as a keeper, I may actually see what it would cost to put some contrast stitching. Let's see, another thing that I noticed right off the bat here is this. Some crazy looking thread action going on here. Let's see. So I'll probably have to cut that. Make sure, I'll probably cut that off. But this piece wants to kind of stay flopped over. Not that that makes a difference. While I'm looking here at the stitching, it's kind of it kind of goes all over the place. And if you look on the underside, you guys, I don't know, let's see, you can see the stitching actually goes off of the blue onto the pearl weave and back on. So there's actually a lot of places there's just kind of a one. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be two. So you'll see over here too, there's just one. You can see where the other stitching missed the blue entirely, it looks like. I mean, I don't know if that's going to come apart, but you can see two there. But it looks like the guy was drinking, or they kind of took the day off. On the inside of the jacket, there's kind of like an inlay of the cloud, which is actually really cool. And the stitching actually looks pretty good. Down here, I love the Rasta. It's probably my favorite thing about the gi shoyoroll is the Rasta, and that looks pretty good. Like I say, those side skirt things definitely look crazy, but overall, let's take a look at the back real quick. I want to talk about the collar in a second, and oh, here's something. This is a crazy loose string. Okay, so that's loose. I think that's supposed to be stitched in, so I'll probably have to go get that looked at. Where I train jiu-jitsu, there's like a little alteration sew shop or whatever you call it. So I could probably get that fixed, no problem. But this thing is brand new in the box, out of the box. So those are just some things you might see. And let's see the pant. Oh, I want to talk about the collar real quick. This is a canvas collar. I like a ripstop collar, and this thing is super duper thick. Let me try to get one to compare. This is my Atama So this one is thicker than the Atama. Here's the ripstop, and it's thinner. I really like this Atama collar, and also the Control Industries collar. So there's that. It's a pretty, definitely chunky. So that's the collar on the shoyoroll. Alright. And let's see the pants. And as I was saying, I was talking about the contrast stitching sometimes going overboard. And it was just one thing about the contrast stitching on the collar of my other one, which I sold that one to get this one. This one, however, this looks absolutely awesome, the Carolina blue in the string, but then as you come down, it just stays plain. There's no contrast stitching in the pants, so I thought like a blue would have looked really good. And also down on the bottom, there's nothing. You've got the Rasta tape, but like I say, I may see if someone could, not just kind of throw in some contrast stitching, but I've got plans for this gi if I keep it a little bit. It's got a really cool patch there, which I love. I think it's super cool. The pants, they don't have a pearl weave gusset. It's just the same cotton. I think these are like a 10 or 12 ounce, and there's a little bit of padding in there. And but not a whole lot. It's not some gis have like the pearl weave material in there. Let's see. One thing that was really cool about some of the other shoyorolls was there was a little square there with the shoyoroll symbol, and I actually like that. Here, we've got a cloud, and like I say, I've got some plans. What I'm probably gonna do is maybe I go to Gracie Baja, so I may actually put that on there like that. But I did like the old school little thing. So some may like that little cloud. This is the Clear Skies model, but some blue contrast stitching and blue there, I think would make this super cool. But like I say, I may go with that. Also, I'm going to remove this. I think it's going to look better. But I may do it before and after. But alright guys, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Alright, what's up y'all? I've got the Clear Skies pants on. As far as right out of the box sizing, this is supposedly brand new in. I didn't get it from shoyoroll, but from someone. It was in the bag plastic, so I trust the guy. But so as far as, you know, pretty standard. But this is for an A-1, so they cinch up pretty good. This model has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 belt loops. A nice little bit of distance from the loop to the top. One thing I'm not sure, you guys will have to tell me. Most of my gis have 2 loops here and here, and I always tie in the front. It would seem almost as if you have 6, are you supposed to do one of these on the side? So it would seem like I'm supposed to do one of these. I don't know, but if I try to do it in the middle, there's a bit of more distance here. I don't know. That's just something. But anyway, so here's the pants. So yeah, 5'9", 145 pounds, 32-inch waist. I definitely could put these probably in a wash and dry them to shrink, because they could definitely stand to come up a bit, and they're pretty loose. So that's good to know if you're that size. So basically, yeah, they're pretty lightweight pants. As I said before, there's some protective padding here, not a whole lot compared to some other models, but decent enough. The quality overall looks good. I don't see any major stitching issues or anything. As I said also before, if there was some contrast stitching, it would look really cool. What if some of you are going for that plain look? And like I say, I could probably add some patches and do some stuff to make it modeling. But let me grab the jacket and we'll see how that fits. Give me one sec. Raise this up a little bit. So It's funny, the model of this gi is clear skies, and the sun keeps popping out from these clouds and stuff, kind of making the video a little funky with the lights. So here we go. So you'll see the length of an A-1. The arm, it's down to my wrist. So if you're looking to have the whole wrist covered, I think my arms, they're definitely not short. I don't know if I have monkey arms or anything. I'd have to get them measured. But the jacket overall, aside from the wonky stitching, it's a lightweight. It doesn't feel real heavy. Get this belt on. See, I may take this patch off if I decide to keep it. So let's see. So yeah, it feels pretty good. I love the way the sun comes out and it really messes with this. But hey. So yeah, it's a pretty sweet looking gi. I mean, is the prices that these things go for, when you look at the stitching compared to other gis that you can get for a lot less, it's really not, the value is really not there. They do hold their resale value really well. Really well. If you get one, keep it in nice shape. Another thing, let's say you do buy one, you don't like it, you can go online to certain groups, trade it for different ones in similar conditions. So it's a decent investment. There are certain things you can do, but if you're looking to buy just one gi and you want it to last, something like an Atama, which is around 130 bucks, probably shipped, 135. They run deals all the time. Built like a tank, is probably going to last a long time. This one, like I said, upwards close to $200+, and just certain little things like the stitching and quality control. I mean, it's just pretty much it's made in Pakistan, and it's very similar to tatami and a lot of these other gis. I have Control Industries, which I did the comparison with my last shoyoroll, and I really feel like it's a lot nicer quality build and everything. So but I do like this one. I'm going to take this patch off. I'm going to add the Gracie Baja patch on the leg down here, and some people are particular about gis. I mean, if you're going in there, whether I'm just a white belt or anything, I mean, you're challenging yourself, your mental capabilities, your memory, your physical capabilities. You're challenging someone in a physical battle, and I think your uniform or your gear that you go in to battle with is important. So it's little things. There's my other collar, my hip is really stiff, and it like crunched into my neck in certain positions. It's like my own gi's working against me. It's like a chunk of wood being sliced into my neck. And just certain little things about gis that you'll find work for you. So it's a little advantage if you can give yourself giving somebody tough grips or anything like that. So, but anyway, here's the shoyoroll. It's definitely a sweet looking gi. So yeah, if you're 5'9", 145 pounds, 32-inch waist, you probably could get an A-1L, throw that and wash it in the dryer and dry it all the time, keep it nice and soft. But this one I'm going to shrink up a little bit. So anyway, till next time.